picture this. You're walking through a forest.
Oh, yeah.
66 million years ago.
Okay.
Dinosaurs are still roaming around.
Right.
But you spat something even more intriguing, an ant colony.
Uh-huh.
Only these ants aren't just gathering food.
Okay.
They're tending to kind of meticulously cultivated gardens of fungus.
Of fungus. It's a fascinating twist on agriculture.
Yeah.
And one that's been going on far longer than human civilization.
Wow.
We're diving into the world of fungus-farming ants today.
Okay.
And how this ancient partnership might hold unexpected lessons for our future.
And we've got some fascinating new research to dig into as well.
Yeah.
A recent study in the journal Science sheds light on the origins of this ant-fungus alliance, suggesting it got a dramatic jumpstart thanks to none other than the Chicxulub impact.
Yeah.
You know, the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs.
Let's talk about a plot twist.
Right. So while the rest of the world was reeling from the impact, these ancient ants and their fungal companions were finding opportunity in the chaos.
It's true, yeah.
It's a story of resilience, adaptation, and the power of symbiosis, all wrapped up in a tiny six-legged package.
What's remarkable is how this catastrophic event created the perfect conditions for this partnership to flourish.
Right.
Imagine the Earth shrouded in darkness after the impact, choked with dust and debris.
Yeah.
Not exactly hospitable.
It sounds pretty bleak.
It was for many creatures, but for fungi, organisms that thrive in low light and feast on decaying matter, it was a chance to spread like wildfire.
Wow.
This wasn't just any ordinary ecological shift. This was a fungal feeding frenzy.
So the very event that spelled doom for the dinosaurs paved the way for fungi to take center stage.
Precisely.
Wow.
The asteroid impact reshuffled the ecological deck, giving fungi a competitive edge.
Right.
And this is where our ant farmers enter the picture. They were already snacking on fungi occasionally before the impact.
Right.
Think of it as dabbling in pre-agriculture.
So it was less dinner and a movie and more grabbing a quick bite.
Exactly. Scientists call this pre-adaptation.
Okay.
But the asteroid's impact, with all its upheaval, essentially forced these ants to double down on their relationship with fungi.
Right.
This wasn't just about a convenient snack anymore. It was about survival.
So are we talking like full-blown farming at this point?
Not quite plows and tractors farming.
Right.
But this cataclysmic event seems to have tipped the scales.
Wow, okay.
Over time, a casual dining arrangement blossomed into a full-fledged agricultural revolution.
Wow.
One tiny fungal spore at a time.
And this all happened because the dinosaurs were wiped out.
It's incredible, yeah.
It makes you wonder what other unexpected ripple effects that asteroid impact might have had on the planet's evolution.
It's a humbling thought, isn't it? That a single event could have such a profound impact on the trajectory of life on Earth.
Right, yeah.
But let's zoom back in on our ant farmers.
Okay.
How did they go from casual diners to master cultivators?
Right.
What did this ancient agriculture actually look like?
Well, that's where things get really interesting.
Yeah.
Imagine a bustling ant colony. But instead of fields of wheat or rows of corn, they've got fungus gardens.
And these aren't your average backyard gardens.
Right.
They're more like climate controlled.
Okay.
Meticulously managed fungal farms.
Oh, wow.
Complete with specialized chambers.
Wow.
And carefully cultivated strains.
Fungus farms.
Yeah.
That's wild. I can't wait to learn more about how these incredible systems work.
Let's take a peek inside, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Picture this.
Okay, so we're picturing these underground fungal farms. What's happening inside? Are the ants, like, out there tilling tiny fields with miniature pitchforks?
Not quite. It's more of a symbiotic assembly line.
Yep.
The ants venture out into the world, acting like tiny farmers, harvesting leaves, flower petals, and other organic material.
So instead of wheat or corn, it's like leaves thereafter.
Exactly. They haul these back to the colony.
Wow.
And deliver them to their fungal partners.
Okay.
Now, remember those powerful enzymes we talked about earlier?
Yeah.
Here's where they come in.
Okay.
The fungi use these enzymes to break down that tough plant matter, converting it into a nutrient-rich.
So the fungi are like their own personal composting system.
Yeah, kinda.
Turning leaves into, like, a gourmet meal.
More like a Michelin star buffet.
Wow.
These fungi don't just decompose, they transform.
Okay.
They produce specialized structures packed with sugars, lipids, and amino acids, essential nutrients that the ants can't efficiently get from plants directly.
Wow, so it's like a win-win.
Right.
The ants get a perfectly digestible, nutrient-rich food source, and the fungi get a constant supply of fresh food and a protected place to live.
Exactly.
It's like a perfectly balanced ecosystem.
It really is.
All contained within an ant colony.
And it gets even more intricate.
Okay.
You see, these ants don't just let the fungi grow wild.
Right.
They've become skilled agriculturalists.
Wow.
Influencing the growth of their fungal crops in fascinating ways.
Like, are we talking like genetically modified fungi here?
It's even more impressive than that.
Really?
The ants have become master architects of their fungal gardens.
Wow.
They nurture specific strains,
Okay.
weeding out any undesirable fungi,
Right.
and even pruning the fungal structures to maximize nutrient production.
So they're not just farmers.
No.
They're like cultivators, architects,
Yeah.
even genetic engineers in a way.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It's a testament to the incredible power of coevolution.
Yeah.
Over millions of years, these ants and fungi have become so interdependent that they've essentially shaped each other's destinies.
Wow. It's amazing how nature innovates, but this harmonious partnership wasn't always smooth sailing, was it?
Well.
You mentioned earlier that the Earth was changing.
Yeah.
How did our ant farmers adapt?
Right. Remember those lush forests recovering from the asteroid impact?
Yeah.
Well, as the planet continued to warm and dry, those forests gave way to sprawling savannas.
Right.
This presented a new challenge for our ant farmers.
So picture this, our ant farmers used to, the humid, shaded embrace of the forest are suddenly faced with these wide-open, sun-drenched savannas.
Yeah.
Talk about a real estate challenge.
Right.
What did they do?
They adapted, of course. This is where natural selection really went to work, favoring those ant colonies that could handle the heat and the dry conditions over generations. New species of ants emerged, each finely tuned to not only cultivating fungi in this new environment, but also to cultivating specific types of fungi that thrived in drier conditions.
So it's like the evolution of agriculture itself, like with ants diversifying their crops to suit the climate?
Precisely. It's a fantastic example of how environmental change can drive biodiversity.
Yeah.
And here's where things get really exciting for us in the 21st century.
Okay.
Remember those powerful enzymes the fungi use to break down plant matter?
Oh, you mean the ones that made leaves into Michelin star meals for the ants?
Exactly.
Yeah. What about them?
Well, scientists have been studying these enzymes, and it turns out they're not just good at breaking down leaves and wood.
Yeah.
They can break down some surprisingly tough materials, materials that we humans have a bit of a problem dealing with.
Like what? You've got me on the edge of my seat here.
Think about something like plastic.
Okay.
It's durable, long-lasting, and unfortunately clogging up our planet.
Right.
But these fungal enzymes, honed by millions of years of evolution, might just hold the key to breaking down even those stubborn plastics.
Wow. So you're saying these, like, tiny ant farmers might help us solve our plastic problem?
Potentially, yeah.
That's incredible.
It's still early days.
Yeah.
And more research is needed.
Right.
But the potential is definitely there.
Right.
These enzymes have been doing amazing things in the natural world for millions of years, so why not put them to work for us? It's a prime example of biomimicry.
Right.
Taking inspiration from nature to find elegant solutions to human problems.
It's mind-blowing to think that something as seemingly insignificant as an ant colony could hold such profound secrets.
I know.
Secrets that stretch back to the age of dinosaurs and might just hold the key to a more sustainable future.
It really makes you realize how much we still have to learn from the natural world.
Yeah.
Who knows what other unexpected connections and groundbreaking discoveries are out there just waiting to be unearthed.
It's a thought-provoking question. And on that note, we'll leave you to ponder the fascinating world of fungus-farming ants and the remarkable power of nature's tiniest farmers.
It's incredible.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.